Hey, Nico,
Yes, sir.
what do we know about...
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich. He claims to be the owner of La Malediccio.
And appears to be the boss of Vera's security who were supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to... But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to talk.
To do that? So let's go over...
Okay, well, he had a distinctive...
And his helmet had Waterloo motors across it.
Not a lot to go on.
Why would somebody steal their own painting?
Insurance scam? But then why kill Henri?
I get the impression that Henri was somehow involved.
今世紀最大のミステリーだで。
I found the gun that Henri was shot with at Vera's security.
If Madosky owns Vera Security, it means that he must
そう
be
で
the
した。
killer.
Well, it can't be Annette, but she has to be involved in some way. You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm, it was a skull and crossbones with headhunters written around it.
We need to track down Waterloo Motors.
Have you tried the internet?
I've been kind of busy.
Okay, let's have a look.
お兄ちゃんは気になって眠れない日が続いてたでしょ。ごめんね M 左カッコドットアンダースコアドット右カッコ M。
Battle of Waterloo. Waterloo. Ah, here we go. It's a...
Hi. How can I... My name is George Stobart. I'm investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was where...
Oh, yeah. It's a very...
I don't...
What not?
The killer had a tattoo. It said...
Oh, I know.
To...
Yeah. Brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Word to the one. Oh, yeah. The car's registered on Dutch. I mean, that's all.
No, that's more...
See ya.
Bingo!
Good work. And now...
How about a trip?
I thought you'd
快
never...
眠の日々。
Senor Marquez, will you be okay here?
The bed is uncomfortable. But it will do. Come back quickly with the painting, eh?
気を使わなくて大丈夫だよ。
London cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right. To afford a place like this in London, you've got to be good at something. So, we clear on how we...
Yeah, we're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Madovsky up, and...
Finagle?
Yeah,
George,
good. Because I suspect we're gonna need...
you got... It was the The gate lock was controlled... He had the typical features of an Englishman who liked beer and football.
いやー、いつもすまないね。
Excuse me? Hello?
On your bike, darling. This is a private residence.
We're here to see Mr. Madovsky.
So?
気にしないでお兄ちゃん。
Do you work for Mr. Madovsky?
No, I'm standing here pruning his edges for a laugh. Course I blooming work for him. And who the hell...
I'm Nico Kalar, and this is my colleague.
Well, isn't that... Can you count...
Yes?
Well then, 1, I don't know you or laughing boy here from Adam. 2, you ain't got no business. And 3, I don't like French birds. Comprenez?
It was Topia.
うん、全然気にしなくて大丈夫。固め、オメガ、固め。
What are you...
I don't suppose you...
Maybe you d... Get...
んだこのハマる。
The bush was... Hey, George.
What's up?
Seriously. According to...
Coming from Ronnie?
If Madovsky's the killer,
We need to be careful.
are you...
Exactly.
Ronnie wouldn't... The gate's locked. I had tried... The gate's locked. The gun was...
あら、お待ち。口が悪いわ
I。couldn't pop the gate with my... I couldn't pop... That wouldn't... Showing him my... The gun... George would only poke fun if I showed him a press card covered in gum.
テヘテロ、アクセントオメガラウンド D アクセント。
Hi.
What are you...
We have important...
Look, will you stop asking all these...
There was no point... That wouldn't... That would... Josh looked... The gate's lock was controlled remotely. It was the... It was a bush, but was it a... I never quite understood... He had the typical features of... Hey, George.
What's up?
Never mind. There was no... I couldn't pop the gate with my press card. I had... The gate... Nothing could stand in his way. The bush was... Hi.
What are you...
Nice.
Bush? This is...
Oh,
It's art, love. Or to be precise, topiary.
topiary is a transition form.
That's right. A statement of man's dominance over nature. A metaphor for the human condition.
And yet,
It's not in
not for the big questions.
life, death.
Right and wrong.
Tell me about it.
You struggle, monsieur?
Day and night.
That is the human condition.
Can we ever escape it?
It is possible through meditation.
I see.
It is our only salvation.
Well, you've given me food for thought, you have.
Anytime.
Much appreciated. At a different...
You are
So, anyway. What do you think?
It's eagle? A two-headed eagle.
Result. Get in there, my son. Yes, it's a Russian Imperial Eagle for the boss. You spotted it straight off. I owe you one, lady. You have got that rare quality. Real insight.
No, please. You have a rare talent. We have important...
I need a good reason to bother them.
I understand. But I think
What makes what...
La Maledictio, a painting that belongs to him, has been... If he wants his insurance claim processed quick, I think he might be annoyed if...
Okay. Hang on, I'll phone him now. Yeah, Mr. Medovsky? Yeah. Yes, boss. Right, I will. You've piqued the boss's interest. That isn't always a good thing. The gate should be open. I'll take you inside. Follow me, please. Mr. Medovsky will be...
Well, we're in.
We'll make him think we're all set to pay out on the policy. See if we can get him.
Welcome, welcome.
Good day, monsieur. My name is Nico Collard, and this is my assistant,
You are here to discuss.
Correct.
I am surprised. My agreement with the gallery specified that my ownership should be kept in the strictest confidence. It would appear that agreement.
A man has been...
An agreement.
My apologies for disturbing you, monsieur, but I'm afraid we must ask you some questions.
So be it. The loss of a painting is nothing compared to the loss of a life. Ask away.
Did you know Henri, the gallery owner?
Oh, purely on a professional basis. My restorer recommended his...
Did you ever meet in person?
No, only via email. I rarely fly. I'm carbon neutral, you know.
Very conscientious, monsieur.
Well, the planet won't save itself.
Your restorer, how does he fit in?
Hobbs. He did a little cleaning work on one.
We have reason to believe that...
Oh, that is terrible. The staff at the gallery were so pleasant to... I trust this won't delay the insurance claim.
I'm sure. How did you come into...
I purchased it.
What connection do you have to Vera Secure? There is strong evidence that ties you to...
Oh, you are beginning to...
We are merely doing... We must leave...
I would leave this particular...
I'd rattled him, but I didn't want to push... Of course.
I would do.
Do you have receipts for...
Of course.
These things take...
What is there to process? I own the painting, someone stole it, and your company provided me with insurance. I am the victim here.
A state you share with the deceased, monsieur.
I think that is enough for... When do you expect...
It will not be...
When...
Monsieur Medovsky?
Please excuse...
What is it,
Hobbs is here.
Tell him I'm...
He mentioned the...
For pity's sake, can you... Please excuse...
The gardener's called Shears?
Yeah, probably not what his mother christened him.
What a creep.
Very clever creep at that. We got nothing on him, and he knows it.
He just brushed off the Vera Connect. We need something else to get under his skin. I could use Marquez as leverage.
Yeah, it's just one man's word against another.
So what else?
Let's take a look around.
Good idea, George. You search.
It was an antique cabin. Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card. I picked up. It read, Wilfred Hobbs. I made a note. Then I put the card back around. The note read, L. Serp drawings for you to check. W.H. Now we're cooking. I wondered if the painting could be in the portfolio that Medovsky had taken. I suspected the medals weren't from the mosque. Everything was in Cyrillic, except for a number. 1869. It was a thank you note from a British... Medovsky said... A Russian imperial egg.
バルシェにくかったべか。
It looked rather plain. See a penny, pick it up, then all day you'll have good luck. It was Hobbes's. It was a thank you note. Huh. Medovsky certainly had some dubious friends. I suspected the It seems our Medovsky has friends in low.
It's like my boss said, the guy wants to be a player.
Medovsky in Libya. Happy day. What kind of guy hangs a picture of himself and Colonel Gaddafi on the wall?
The kind who will commit murder in order to steal their own painting.
It was a Russian privatization voucher. I wondered why Medovsky displayed it so proudly. Locked. I could only... It was a beautifully inlaid cigarette box. The catch had snapped. The catch seemed to be broken. The catch had snapped. Was the perfect shape to... Romanovs. The same brand of cigarettes that were in the ashtray in Vera's security. Keys are always useful. Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
You should not have turned up here, Mr. Hobbs. I made it clear I would deliver the package later today.
I wanted to make sure it got to me all right. I've got a lot of work to do on it.
This is most inconvenient.
Medovsky's arguing with his visitor. Ops.
That portfolio... Nico? Shh. Leather-bound classics, bought by the yard. Medovsky, The 7 Secrets of Leadership, 2009. The Business Bonaparte, 1983. Office Eagle or Management Mouse, 1990. Russian novels. Medovsky was clearly a big Tolstoy fan. I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. I tried to remember how that wrote. Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card and a scribbled note. I should have guessed. ASD... I didn't know this. If I'd been able to remember... I didn't know... If I'd been... was locked. The study door. Hear anything else?
Hang on.
Listen, Hobbs, just take the portfolio and do it. You are nervous.
Understood.
I do not like questions.
I noticed a couple of people arriving. Who were they? They look like coppers.
They were from the...
Has the...
Hobbs is good. Whatever's in there is in...
I got Hobbs' address.
Okay, Josh.
I'm gonna check.
Okay.
Wow, there must be millions of dollars. These paintings would have kept a critic in rap. The painting reminded me of my Aunt Ma. The drawer was open, but inside, Medovsky certainly... Medovsky had a truly... Medovsky had... The desk was... The lettered panels... It was an
憎かったよ。
I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. Z.
いがったいがった。
That... I didn't know... If I'd been able to... Vera's... I didn't need to... I couldn't call Rickenbacker without a reason. I knew we should wait for... The desk. Large Cyrillic letters were carved into panels on the side of the desk. filthy habit. Those two little holes were just waiting for me to put my fingers in them. I resisted the urge. The chair was fancy. That... Nope. The Leonard... I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. I tried to remember how that row of keys read on a U.S. keyboard. ZX. I needed a keyboard for reference. A S D. Medovsky had left the cabinet open. On the shelf inside was a business card. I should have guessed. Keyboard was Cyrillic. I didn't know if I'd been able to remember. I didn't know if I'd. I didn't know if I'd been. I tried to remember. I tried to remember. I tried to remember. I tried to remember. I tried to. I didn't know if I. I didn't know if I. I didn't know if I.
迷宮入りや。
I didn't know the symbols. If I'd been... I should have... A secret drawer popped open. I knew that publication date would be significant. At last, I was going to discover Medovsky's secrets. It certainly wasn't Medovsky's.
めんどい、ハイフン。
Hey, Nico! Come see this! I think...
Hang on!
Look, a letter from a guy called Ganon. His company, Wolfram, want to purchase La Maledizio. They're offering way over the asking price.
Anything connecting Medovsky to...
Well, let's see. Here we go. A lease for Vera's security.
Aha! Then we have the...
Hang on, what's expenses? Waterloo Motors, one helmet. These are from Paris. Madame La Trex. Hotel Britannique. Pizza. Nico. Pizza. I think your friend Shears might just be Henri's killer.
George, what have we got ourselves into? I just heard the front door close. Medovsky's coming. Put everything back in order, quick!
Right. He'll never suspect we just ransacked his house for evidence.
George, the coin!
Damn. Look cool. I'll handle.
I apologize. As you can imagine.
That's fine, Mr. Medovsky. I think...
And
Very soon.
is there anything?
Is that a first edition of War and Peace?
Of course. Printed in 1869. A great year for my country's literature. And Tolstoy is the master.
Is that a picture of you with Colonel Gaddafi?
A deeply wonderful man. He was a great fan of the Impressionists.
Well, he certainly left quite an impression on Libya. So, what brought you into the art business, Mr. Medovsky?
Oh, an eye for great artists, an appreciation of fine culture, and a love.
You must be upset.
Yes, and disappointed that some...
So this Hobbes guide,
No, we've been...
nice collection of metal.
I earned them
Anywhere interesting?
Chechnya. Ever been there?
No, can't say I've had the pleasure.
Now please, if you're quite...
Thank you for your...
Well, no...
Hobbs,
Got it. Medovsky's pretty shady, don't you think?
he bought our act, though. You make a pretty good
Yeah, who'd have thought it?
By the time he realizes we're not assessing his claim, we'll have
Here's hope. Looks like rain.
Come on, let's get that cab. Taxi?
I think we just stepped off the London tourist train.
I guess this Hobbs character doesn't like visitors.
Not the kind of place you'd expect to find a restorer of old masters.
Unless you didn't want to attract attention.
He's attracted ours. Let's see what Mr. Hobbs knows about La Maledictie.
And let's try and get a look inside that portfolio.
The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see that there was nothing in the van. Nico?
What's up?
So,
I think we should talk. He's working with Madov.
Slasha. I popped open the van's. I decidedly... It was the horn. Not a... The horn... The door was... Looking through the window, I... The van's hood was already... The engine was... Everything was covered in... Half the wiring wasn't connected to anything. It was clear why the... Neither hornpipe was connected to either the battery or the... It was the van's engine. It was the van battery. I needed to hook this up to the horn somehow. It was one of two horns. It didn't seem to be connected. It was the van's... A bundle of short... None of the wires were connected to anything. A bundle of short...
これも大変そう。
That was... That would... A bundle of short... It was the van... A loose wire hung from the horn. If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn. Piles of junk. Mixed in were wires, cardboard, and some dubious-looking old clothes. George Stobart.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart. I trust you have obeyed my instructions not to leave Paris.
Of course, Inspector.
Good. You clearly know. Now, I require your
I see.
12 o'clock sharp, monsieur. Or, as you would say,
Sure.
Any failure to comply, and I shall have you extraordinarily...
And that was Nave. We're required back at the gallery tomorrow for...
Let me guess.
ムーム。
You... The large dumpster... Climbing drain pipes, unless I... It was hot. There was a note. For a second, I debated the morality. That wouldn't work. I don't think there's...
There's a light on.
There was definitely someone. Nico? The lights are on.
Maybe we could try.
Well, that didn't... Never... Well, that did... Fancy a drive?
Ah, George.
I wouldn't have been able to break the chain. The door was locked. Looking through the window, I could see... The engine. It was clear. Neither horn. I needed a better... That was... That wouldn't... That... That... That wouldn't... A bundle of short, severed wires was connected to the battery. It was the van's engine. It was the van's... A loose wire hung... If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the wires from the cab. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from... Many of the wires seemed... That would be... That would... It was one of two... It didn't seem to be connected to anything else under the hood. A loose wire hung... A loose wire... If I had some spare cable, I could connect it to the other horn. A bundle of short... Nope. That... It was the van's end. A bundle of What do you think?
I think you...
What do you think of this?
I don't know.
Climbing drain. The large dump. I had two lengths. I used the... It was the van's engine. The horn wasn't... A loose wire hung. I connected the wires from... A loose wire hung. A loose wire. The horn wasn't. It was the horn. A loose wire hung from... A loose wire hung... A loose wire hung... A bundle of short, severed wire. A bundle of wires came into the engine bay from the dashboard. A loose wire hung... A bundle of... I used the wire to join the battery to the... I connected the wires from the cab to the horn. The horn wasn't working.
知らんがなこんなん。
I snipped. I'd already. A loose wire. The wire was just. I connected the. Everything was. I figured that should get Hobbs.
All right, hold your blooming horses. What are you up to?
Hello there. We fixed your horn.
So I hear. Now what are you doing?
Mr. Hobbs, do you mind if we ask you a few...
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Not...
Good. Now...
Well...
He's not exactly the friendliest of characters.
Climbing drain pipe. There was... I decided to give it a...
For crying out loud, will you leave my van alone?
Sorry, just need a quick... Hello there.
いちいち帰るのめんどくさ。
They're making a point.
This Hob...
There must be...
I decided to...
You two again.
I had no idea what was in the letter. I was... Hello there.
Whatever you're selling...
This is crazy.
We need that.
I decided to...
What now?
Hello, Mr.
Not interested.
This is...
We need...
That would be... I decided... Dear Mr. Hobbs, due to previous incidents, we are writing... It went on to discuss Hobbs's... Some of which still carry the death sentence and... Interesting. This could... I decided to...
What now?
Afternoon, Mr. Hobbs. We're from the model agency.
About blooming time. I'm on a deadline. You... About time you...
Hello, Mr. Hobbs.
Can it go? Just get undressed behind that screen.
Undressed?
That was the deal. An extra 20 quid because I need you with your kit off.
The studio was free.
And as for you, darling, no need to get undressed. I've got a vivid imagination, so I'll... Either way, just go sit over there on that rug and give me your best Belle Epoque floozy. That's perfect. Just hold it there.
Nico made for a good distraction. I just needed to figure out how to get a look inside that... A variety of... I wasn't going to mess around. I had no...
Hey! Leave that dial alone. The heating gobbles up all the power and the circuits can't...
Sorry. I turned the thermostat. Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by
走って帰ろう。
Hobbs seemed to have a... Hobbs seemed to have a... Burroughs, Dick, Rand. Hobbs liked his literature heavy. Hobbs seemed to...
Excuse me. Oh, what do you want? You're supposed to be...
Yeah, well, about that.
Blow me. A model who's shot...
But I thought you were a restorer.
Well, yeah. Look, some clients want a painting that they don't own. Don't worry, sunshine. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, about this...
Oh, what, so?
No,
First time? Little embarrassed?
No!
Well then, what are you waiting for? Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had
お
a...
兄ちゃんも自慢のものを見せてくれ。
If a job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on. Do you know a...
You know Madame...
Everyone in the London art scene knows Madovsky.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes...
Excuse me, Mick. I hear you did...
I might have.
How about a top up, Mr. Hobbs?
Thanks, but I've already got a glass full. Hey! Hi!
Oh, so...
I know. I'm not paying you to gawp around.
Sorry. Hey, Nico.
We need to take...
Oi, you two.
I didn't want to play around. Those days are... But I wondered who...
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont.
Naked? Of course. As an artist. Now, George.
That day was the day the night.
George, darling.
Oi, what are you doing with the God help me, but you're... I've got a deadline.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadline. And besides, it's...
Lady Piermont and I had met before. Lady...
Oh,
I'll see what I...
Hey!
How about a top-up, Mr. Hop?
Oh, don't. Hey! I've told...
Sorry, but...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here. Her Majesty will just have to get...
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hop...
well, we'll...
Oh...
If you do not adjust the heating...
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take...
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, lady...
Good.
Oh. I turned the therm... I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage. How about another whiskey?
Smash.
I didn't need to... I wasn't going to mess with...
Oh, you!
Oh,
虚無ゲーや。知らんが、なこんなん。いちいち帰るのめんどくさ。走って帰ろう。お兄ちゃんも自慢のものを見せてくれ。
sorry. If I was going to take a look up there... It was a shaky old... I turned the volume up a few. It was locked.
Oh, you! Get down from there!
Blowing the power would certainly distract me, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip. I'd better... I turned the volume. Burrows? A word of fight. Lady Piermont.
How thrilling! Oh, but... Is this good?
Perfect. Now is my... It was one of Hobbes' sketches. It was one of Hobbes' more of Hobbes' sketches. The model looked familiar. Impressionist sketch. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the... I figured the sketch...
What the heck are you doing with those?
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just...
So, you're not...
No, Miss...
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blaze is...
We're investigating the theft.
I told you, I just...
And these...
Studies done during the... I've got naught to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. The Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so... nothing like this.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbes.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can.
How come you needed to make so...
Restoration's not about throwing a lot. The surface is a complicated painting, a lot of subtext.
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous...
True, but there's conviction in every... The symbolism is deep.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in a theft.
Eh?
We have strong evidence that
You'll have a hard time. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back.
Well, why didn't Medovsky?
Because they're not with him.
And...
So ask his...
Lane?
Lane, yeah. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my... Go get the provenance.
But it also puts Marquez's...
Not my problem. Now, both of you...
And we have a...
Someone's lying, but...
Is it the gangster or the old...
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for now.
What about the evidence from...
I think I should. And I can...
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up.
Taxi?